Vegans often make the counter-argument when posed with a ridiculous expectation their ideology has with, well, this is not practical, or well, this is not realistic. This argument is pure nonsense. Veganism, definitionally, is a way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. It uses two key terms, possible and practicable. Possible referring to the capacity to do something, and practicable referring to the capacity to practice something, aka capable of being done long term. It does not include what is practical or reasonable, and there is a good reason it does not include this. This is because it would lead to the entire ideology becoming basically meaningless. What is practical or reasonable is completely subjective. It has no specific meaning other than referring to something that is intuitively ridiculous, but because of the subjective nature of this, it can basically mean anything. I, for instance, consider it reasonable to do that which is convenient and unreasonable to do that which is inconvenient. Under this redefinition of veganism, holding what is reasonable as a qualifier, I could actively go to Outback Steakhouse and order a steak because it is convenient and still be a vegan, simply because it is reasonable to do this and unreasonable to do something else. Obviously, under any representation of veganism that is actually used in practice, this is unacceptable, but if we were to allow such a distinction, I am now a vegan, despite often purchasing animal products. This is what I mean by meaningless. You've applied a term that has a fundamentally vague meaning that made it so broad that in application, basically it is meaningless. That's why this argument vegans present is pure nonsense.